Hey guys, this is Shiny Zekrom and welcome back to another Pokemon Mystery Universe video. Between yesterday and today, a couple dungeons have actually come out, and we're going to cover both of them. We're going to start off with the first one, which is actually right in Expo. Starting at the crossroads, you can simply just head down. Don't even actually care what's really in my party, because this dungeon's actually not too difficult. It's more of a beginner dungeon. This is called Seafoam Cove that we're going to start with today. It's right along the coast south of the crossroads. You just got to go left instead of right. Like, go the opposite of where you'd go to Seaside Cavern. Go in the little hole you see and walk up here. And it's right here. Let's get started, shall we? So this place really doesn't have much to it because, again, it is a beginner's dungeon. It's meant to be a little bit of a beginning training spot. Lots of bug and water types, so get your stuff ready for those. Seafoam Cove, we're going to talk about everything throughout the dungeon because only one thing changes. One or two, really. So, the Pokemon you're going to see throughout here are Wurmple, Sewaddle, Scatterbug, Mudkip, Paris, Spupa, Shelder, Psyduck, Ladybug, Poliwag, Lotad, Timple, Surskit, and Shuckle. The following of those Pokemon are recruitable. Wurmple is recruitable, Paris is recruitable, Shelder, Psyduck, Ladybug, Poliwag, and Surskit are all recruitable. With this dungeon, actually, Shelder you can now get in a much easier place, and Psyduck you can also get in an easier spot. Poliwag, Surskit, Paris, and Wurmple as well. Really, the recruitables in here are actually pretty nice for typically getting them earlier than you'd normally be able to. Items you're going to want to watch out for throughout the dungeon include apples, stamina bands, any money, so any poke, lepa berries, water stones, which will be on water only, I think towards some of the later floors, because this dungeon is 15 floors long. And again, all this stuff I'm saying right now, it's throughout the dungeon, that's why we're going all of it. And the one thing that is actually different is mystery eggs. Mystery eggs are only on 11 plus and can contain the following 4 Pokemon. Surskit, Psyduck, Scatterpug, and the first Gen 7 to be permanently released, Wimpod. Let's get going, shall we? So as I said, this is kind of just a beginner's place, really. It's nothing I'm really fearing. We're just mostly going to run through this. It really shouldn't take more than, like, honestly, 5 or 10 minutes. This dungeon, like I said, being only, 15 floors long, and the only factor is really at the end with eggs. And I guess bananas in here as well for belly. Anyways, like I said, there's not really much in here to, per se, really be scared of, since, it's low level. The one thing I would be is status conditions. I really recommend having Refresh, or like rest, or something to be able to, get rid of status conditions. You're going to need it, or prevent it with Safeguard. I'm basically going to rely pretty much up, and there's a recruitable example. We get Paralyzed, which is going to really slow this down a bit. Of course, we find the way not to go. Oh yeah, you have Water Absorb. So yeah, I will mention, as we get deeper, we are going to try for, if we happen to see an egg, I'll pick it up. If it happens to be Wimpod, cool. If it's the other 3, I'm not really going to worry about it too much. So yeah, I'm sorry if this goes really slow, because, don't really want to use Driftblim, because, you know what, screw it. Let's do it. Oh, cool. The poke, I believe, is within ranges of 25 or 50 to 100. Okay. And of course I had to Jigsaw. I would also be careful with Shuckle, because they do have the Bind Sturdy combo, and that has actually knocked out level 100s. I had a friend, I won't name him because I know he'll kill me for this. I had a friend who actually died as their leader, no reviving items to Bind and Sturdy. I also did the same thing, but I did not actually faint in the dungeon and have to give up. He knows who he is, though. Okay. So we're on 10. We're on 11. So now we'll possibly start seeing eggs. There's no confidence I will, nor am I going to be looking for them extensively. I'm just here to try and complete the dungeon for you guys. Plain and simple. Also, I know this dungeon was having exit problems yesterday. Those are fixed, so the dungeon is actually completable now, and not just a, whatchamacallit. You will not automatically, fail. Oh, wow, we actually did find an egg. Since I have Magby in the party, I guess I'll just try and hatch it really quick. And, I'll do my outro, and I'll include maybe a little clip if I actually happen to hatch a Wimpod. Like I said, I am not suspecting it in any way whatsoever. Also, forgot to mention, since you can find said water stones in here, in the water, it's actually kind of a good way to make money early on if you're not going to use them for, evolving anything. Which, with this dungeon specifically, you could actually have Cloyster very early on, and the very good thing about Cloyster is how skill link works in this game is multi-hit moves, instead of hitting 5 times, will instead deal, I believe, 25% increased damage. You put a couple, like, heart scales into something like that, and you'll have a quite a strong Pokemon. And here we have a boss, Prinplup. Yo, what's the deal with you waltzing into my private relaxing spot? What's this, you didn't know? Well, I don't buy it. I'm not just letting you off with a warning kit. Oh no, I'm going to teach you a lesson you won't forget. And we fight a Prinplup and we get the thing. We get the boost. Let's just knock this out. He has no drops, by the way. Well, whatever. You can have the dumb spot. There's too many puny Pokemon or whatever around here. And then there is this, which is supposed to be how you complete by hitting these warps here. And that's really it, guys. It's a 15-floor dungeon, not really long, and Wimpod is pretty much the biggest thing with some Pokemon which are actually obtainable early now, and earlier access to water stones as well. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and next part is going to be part number 100, and there's a dungeon that'll go with it. Thank you guys for watching, and again, real quick, if you happen to see a clip after this, that means the mystery egg was Wimpod. If you don't, that's the end. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.